You know, I wish I can get that to turn around, but I can't. What's up, Murray? First one on tonight. Oh, there's someone else too. But I wish I can share to all my guys here, but I guess not. There's gonna be a lot of people watching on tonight, I'll bet you. Dude, I cannot get that thing to stay there. Maybe I gotta do it from the back. All right, guys, I'm gonna start rambling before we get into what everybody's here for. How's it going, Murray? Are you gonna show up tomorrow? I do have the Jaeger. That's not the Jaeger. That's not even, we can't even swing that one. I do have the Jaeger for tomorrow. We'll be swinging it. This is the new KV25 balanced. I think it's a balanced. Clem would know more about this than I do. Balanced, yes. 12-inch barrel balanced bat. So basically, this is the same thing as the balanced wig popper, but in a U-trip. This is a U-trip bat. Me and Jeff will talk a little bit about that. Guys, what's up, Charlie? We are starting, and Charlie and only a few people know about this because I wanted them to surprise them. A lot of people were asking about senior softball bat reviews. Can it ever come back? Well, it is coming back. And there's, I don't want to get too far into it, but about why. There is a ton of misinformation out there. And we're putting out bats, and we know the specs. How you doing, Jay? We know the specs on our bats. So whenever you have a review person putting out different, where they think it's something else, when we know it's not that, and I'm going to kind of talk slow because I don't want to talk about anybody. I think the majority of bat review people out there do a good job. I do think that they should take a little longer doing it. That's what we're going to do. I'll get into that in a minute, start getting people in here. But the way we did it, I don't think nobody does it like that anymore. We used to do it like that. It's all about getting them out as fast as we can. And it would take us 2 to 3 weeks to do a bat review. Adam was saying the other day that it takes him, he's got bats lined up to do reviews on, and customers are screaming, let's go ahead and get this out. Well, he takes his time doing a review. But what's been happening for the last 9 months that I haven't been doing this is a lot of misinformation. So we decided, actually Jeff had decided, and last Saturday made this suggestion that we bring back senior softball bat reviews and basically do the same thing. Now guys, this is how we're going to start it off. It is a hard job. How's the knee, Emery? So, and we're used to doing it. So what we're going to do is, because there's so much misinformation out there and just people telling everybody, you know, when we know what the specs on the bat are, they're kind of going a little bit in the opposite direction. And we're like, well, that's not true. So Jeff came up with this idea of getting senior softball bat reviews up again and engaged, where we're giving you guys an honest, because we've been doing this for 15 years, honest review on how our bats perform. And we're going to try to get it out there at least 2 weeks before we get the bats in. So Jeff's already working on getting a couple of 6 or 7 bats in early. And we'll start doing a review on it. The review will start in Savannah, Georgia. And then I will get a video on that, because we're going to run it through Hit Tracks. We're going to do a little different. We're going to run it through Hit Tracks. That way, that's an extra added that I didn't have. when I was here. I didn't have a big machine that would exit velo and launch angle and just stuff like that. So they're gonna help break that bat in for us. So they usually run about 100 through hit tracks. They're gonna send video and talk about it, and maybe put some live video out on that on starting the review. And then we get the bat second day, because we're doing the second day ground, I think is what it is. Jeff will talk more about that later. And then we get the bat into us, and we're doing the same thing. If you guys are a fan of Senior Softball Bat Reviews, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to talk about handle flex, you know, barrel flex, just the same thing we've been doing. Now, a few of you guys have reached out to me and said, now, if you're going to do it all with short porch, right? You're going to do the whole short porch. Are you going to go with different bats? I'm going to give it about 6 months, 5 months, talk to a bunch of people and see if we can do it with other bats. Here's the deal. If we do, you know, I can't even say that. We might do it. I don't know yet. If it's a conflict of interest because we are doing it with other bats, you know, I don't even know if I want to go there, because although I would get an honest review, and I do think short porch bats are far more superior than whatever I've swung more than 9 months ago, you know. How you doing, Rachel? So I think this is the way we can get a lot of the short porch reps involved. Maybe send some video if they can get them to me fast enough. Get them, and it's just only going to be a 10-minute clip. If you guys remember with Senior Softball Bat Reviews, we actually did 10-minute clips. So basically, that's what Senior Softball Bat Reviews. We're going to come back. We're going to start working and doing the because before, when I started doing this 9 months ago, we were actually advertising for a product we really do believe in. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go run through the bat. We're going to tell you flexing the handle, weight distribution. We're going to put all those numbers up there. We're going to do barrel flex. What better person does it fit? And like I said, this is no knock on any bat review people out there. There is just a little bit of misinformation that's been going around that we do want to correct, and basically talk about how we built the bat and who we built the bat for. And you guys know me. If you guys know me, I've been doing this for 15 years. Whenever I was doing, that's the same thing I did when I did my reviews, is who the bat better fit, you know, the slower, the medium, or the high bat speed. Put it in a category. And these videos will actually go up to on a website. Matter of fact, if you pull up, there's a company used to do this like 15 years ago. And you can actually see them doing a review on a senior bat that they were selling. So this will go up on Short Porch website, and it will actually be next to the bat that they're selling. So there's a little thing in there. You could click on the video, and the video explains how that bat performs and who it fits and who it's better for. So this is Jeff that came up with this on Saturday, and I think it's a great idea. That way, what we're doing is we're getting a lot of phone calls because, and this is how it started. We're getting a lot of phone calls where people are going, well, they're saying it's this way. And I said, no, it's not that way. We built that bat with no flex, right, in the handle. And then, no, they're saying it's this way. No, you could just go to the website, click on it, and then it tells you everything about the bat in a 5 to 10 minute clip. Basically, we're going to make it as short as we can, 5 to 10 minute clip, and we're going to put it up there. And it's another thing. I think because we can walk right into it like it's nothing. Tomorrow we're going to start on the actually Senior Softball Bat Reviews, and it's basically the same old guys I had, right? So we're going to start on the Jaeger tomorrow, and we're going to start talking about it. We'll do Facebook Live on this tomorrow too, but what we will do is we got a separate camera, and we'll start talking about, you know, how it swings, flex, because it is a balanced bat. You're not going to get too much flex. How it's loaded. I already got the numbers on it, you know, everything. Compression testing at the beginning. And guys, we're not going to put no 135 swings on it. We're going to put at least 400 swings on it and give you compression testing all the way to the end. It's going to be a short video. You guys can get in there. If you want to buy the bat, it actually says in there on the website where you can click on it and buy the bat, but you need a little bit more information about it because there's so much misinformation about our bats out there from somebody just doesn't swing it enough. You know, I don't think a lower bat speed guy can put 150 swings on a bat and judge it. I mean, but there's people out there that do that. And we just want you guys to get as much information as you can before you actually buy our product and who it better swings, because those reviews been coming out for 9 months, and a lot of guys are turning their bats in saying it's not what I saw that it was. You know, can you get me into another one? And then we got to talk to them about bat speed, all this other handle flex and all this other stuff to get them in a bat. So that's what we're going to do. It's a great idea and a lot of transparency, basically, because you're going to be in there with us when we're doing the review. Guys, I've been doing this for 15 years. You know, I'm not going to bullshit you when I'm talking about something. I think Short Porch is a great product. I've always thought it was a great product. There is, and I'm not down in all the bat review guys. I'm not. I just think that there's just a bunch of misinformation. There's a couple good guys that I actually like, that actually put in the time. So still, guys, this is what I want you to do. Just go to them too. Watch their, and then you can watch ours too. It'll actually be on YouTube, where you guys can watch it. I'm not saying don't watch their videos. Watch their videos, because I'm not saying we're the one all out there where you can watch our stuff. Get information from other people too, but make sure that when you want to buy the bat, click on the video, less than a 10-minute video, and you guys get better information. I shouldn't say better, more information on that bat. Man, I can't answer that. I don't even want to push on that. Another thing too, I don't know if any of you guys saw this. I think it was more, I do think, who was in here talking? Hefty Coconuts, you're in here, right? There was something, and I do want to address this, but not tonight, because it's going to take me a while to address this, and it won't be on tonight. There is you talk about misinformation. There was something put out, and I'm not going to say their name, but there was something put out by a group out there. And what had happened was there was a leak about 3 different bats, and it had the same background. Well, in the background, it had a marble floor, and then everybody dog-pawed on the rabbit and said all these bats are made at the same factory. And all of a sudden, people started chiming in. People that really don't know the process when it comes to building bats, right? So they're just saying they're all the same. They're all the same, you know. They're charging all this money and all this other stuff. And I think I can talk, and real quick here, I don't want to get too far into this. I think I can speak for a lot of the bat manufacturers out there. A lot of people out there don't know the process on what we go through with the tariffs too that have came up, with the getting the bats over here, with the insurance, with the testing, talking about thousands of dollars, guys. I can break it down for you, but it would take too long. The organizations that you have to buy into, and I understand all that. I'm not bitching and moaning about that. I'm really not. I don't give a shit if USSSA charges so much money to get in there. I don't care. It's part of if you want to get into this bat building business across the board, it's just something you have to do. But I do think there's a lot of misinformation about bat building out there. A lot of people are thinking you can just dial in a bat. It's not that simple. There are, how you doing, Bob? There are, and I actually broke it down in 15 years I've been doing this. I do see some repaints, because when I'm doing the bat, I'm like, this is the same bat as they put out 8 months ago or a year ago. I did see that, but it's not to the magnitude that is being talked about today, right? Because a lot of people aren't stupid. They know that. Are there companies doing it today? Yes, but not to the magnitude that actually that they were on that group, and they were talking about that all bat companies don't do that. There's nothing to. There's different kind of carbons depending on what you pay. A lot of people say paying $80 per bat. You know the cheapest bat made, and I do know this, is $19 to make one bat up to $25. So it all ranges on how the quality of bat that you want. So, and I actually do know, I do know what price a lot of these bat companies are paying. It's just something that I've learned in 50. You don't do this, guys, for 15 years and don't know anything. I do know a lot about that, but there was a lot of misinformation the other day about a photo that had 3 different bats in it, and the 3 different bats in it, and it started saying they're all the same bat. They are not the same bat. I've swung all those bats. They're not the same bat. Not even close to being the same bat. So I just want to let you guys, I will go into detail about this later, just not tonight. But when you hear, and I think they use it as talking material to get people stirred up, you know, and then they went into batting gloves. Guys, you just can't get on, you know, Pakistan and start ordering batting gloves. They're different material in batting gloves. You could get the same design. They all have different designs, how big they are. It's just so much that goes into that. And then to think that you can just order a pair of batting gloves and get them all shipped to you, you know, depending on how many you need. And you got to order a lot of them to get a big price break. So, and they're thinking all the same. It's different kind of leather, different kind of stitch, you know. Do you want to pay this low price? You want to get a little bit more better batting glove, you pay a higher price. So it's all different. Same thing with, you know, same thing with bats. You know, there are four different bat manufacturers in the world. 2 of them are in China. And the other 2 are somewhere else. I know where they're at, but they're just somewhere else. So there's only 4 of them that are made. Another thing too, what kind of material? What you know, where are you getting, at what warehouse are you getting your bats made on? Because a lot of those warehouses make touring bikes and hockey sticks, you know, pro hockey sticks. So what kind of carbon you pulling off of there? You go to another one that doesn't have good carbon, you know, are you bringing in your own carbon? So these are the little things that can, you know, make it where a lot of people are just misinformed when it comes to talking and spewing this misinformation out there about bats. I've been doing this, guys, and I can tell you there is 3 companies that I know for a fact that before I stopped doing this, that would take other people's material and use it, but it was tweaked a little bit. They weren't taking the same bat. It was close, right? They weren't taking the same bat, the same mold, but they weren't taking the same bat and reproducing it and say, I want 1,000 of these, or I want 500, I want 100 of these. They weren't doing it. There was a little bit of a sound different. There was a little bit of a tweak there. And I cut my bats open too. So I knew basically how the bats were made. But there were 3 companies in the past. And those 3 companies that did it in the past weren't even on that picture that they showed the other day. So, but yeah, there are people that are a small portion of the 23, 24 bat companies in the United States that are doing that. So that's 2 to 3, maybe 4 at the most that are doing that. So guys, you're not going to get, it's just bullshit. You know, somebody out there says they're all made the same. They're not made the same. There's different loads, there's different barrel flex, it's different handles. We have 4 different handles on our bats. One of there's a patent that we have on our handle, so you can't use it. There is 2 companies that already tried to take the DDT information, but we have a patent on it. You can't take it, but they asked for it. I know who they are, but they asked for it. And China was like, no, we're not going to do that, you know, because we do have a patent on it. We have patent on our handles. So you can't steal that shit, you know. It's and I think I just think that it's a lot of misinformation out there. And I'd like to clear that up because I am on the inside, and I do think that a lot of these other bat companies are getting a bad rap when it comes to that. Because we got to pay for insurance too, guys. That's a lot of money. And then you guys are going, you know, paying this selling these bats for $300-400 and paying $20 for a bat. That's highway robbery. That is the funniest shit I ever heard in my life. You know, when bat companies are out there putting their ass on the line and getting all this stuff and, you know, getting all the insurance and, you know, if they have a bad run, that comes out of their pocket, you know, which there's not really a lot of bad runs out there. I've only witnessed in 15 years, probably around 5 in 15 years that I've been doing this. So that's something I want to talk about, but that comes later. Basically, Senior Softball Bat Reviews is up going again. If you guys have any questions when you see people out there talking about that, just text me and ask me, you know. And this is something that I just didn't learn. It's something I've learned over the past because I did cut a lot of bats open. I did see how they were, the weight distribution, and, you know, did they have dense mass on the end? Did they have a plug in the end of that bat like that? You can dial bats in. You can dial them, you know, when it's your own bat, right? So if you're running it, you think something's wrong with it, you can actually dial it in. I think there's, out of the 24, 25 bat companies, I think most of them, like I said, are actually pretty honest and don't try to get other people's information. And then they got that small group that out there, 2 to 3 to 4, that actually try to steal the shit, you know, just recently with a DDT. And I'm not going to get into that New York Yankees DDT, the way they built that either. So basically just moving the weight down the barrel a little bit. And I don't even know how that would work on I don't know how that would work on a wood bat anyway. But it is just weight distribution, moving more toward the mid load, basically. You can call the DDT a mid load. Oh, so Senior Softball Bat Reviews coming back. It's just, and I know I put out that teaser where maybe I'm going to get back. It might happen in another few months that I get back into swinging other people's bats and giving my opinion. But I don't want to talk about that other stuff. But right now it's going to be nothing but short porch right across the board, giving you guys more information, and with an honest, in my opinion, an honest bat review on our product. And you guys can look at it on the Short Porch website. Yeah, the torpedo bat. What's up, brother? That's got to be Donnie King, not Julie. Julie doesn't call me brother. So, guys, you got any questions? I'm going to go through all the questions tonight and answer a lot of them. I'm going to bring Jeff on here pretty quick. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff that is going on. This is the deal, guys, about my job that I do here is this is like Christmas for me. And if I was going to talk about Sarah, but I don't think she's on here yet. But I love doing this shit because you're involved with bats. You're involved with all the drama. I don't like drama too much, but I like, you know, the new stuff that's coming out, the new tech, you know, that we are working on in the future. And then apparently this is the way Jeff and Leslie are. They got this new thing that's coming up. I don't know what it is, but we got a surprise. We got a surprise. I'm like, oh, shit. A couple of 3 weeks, we got a surprise. So that's what they're doing. They work I was on the phone last night with Jeff till 11:30. 11:30 here, 12:30 there. So these guys never stop at all. They're trying to get this, excuse me. They're trying to get this iPad, iPhone, this where he can see us. And before he just couldn't see me. I think he could see him, but he couldn't see me. But I think we figured out the problem. And what I want to do, too is not, I can't even see him now. Not, what I want to do too is doing these bat reviews. It's going to be basically my old bat reviews. I might start them in my truck like I did, what, 10, 15 years ago. Start them in my truck and just get everybody back into it again the way I used to do it. and have my same guys here, my core group of guys, which was Clem and Trey, and then get him on here, get all them on here, and start talking like we do, and cut up a lot of clips, put them in there, the progression of the compression, you know, how the bat breaks in, because we have bats that break in a little bit, you know, longer. It takes a little bit longer to break bats in on different bats. The ones with the lower compression, the 220 compression starting off, doesn't take a long time to actually break in. The ones with the harder barrel bats, which we do, that's how we do this, guys. You know, Porch does this: soft, medium, and hard. You know, the harder bats take a little bit longer to break in. The soft bats they're pretty quick. What we are trying to tell everybody is those guys with that fast bat speed, stay away from the slower bat speed bats. It's instant gratification and instant gratification and distance. When you're a fast bat speed guy, you're going into that, but the bat won't last you. It'll lose compression really fast because your bat speed is overcoming that barrel. So that's what we're going to push with that senior softball bat reviews that is coming back, and at the end explain how the bat performed and who it better fits. Where you at, Jeff? I am, and I thought it was a great idea. Man, we have a lot of people on here tonight. I think it was a great idea. I am trying now. I can't see you on there. I think it's a great idea that Jeff came up. And there's a couple of, okay, here's another thing too. I'm just going to kind of go through this, but there's a couple of things too that we're going to do in these next couple of months that, Jeff, I don't see you on here. See, you worked all day long. You worked all day long on that. And I can't see you to invite you. I don't even see you on there. And I think that's on your side. There's a couple things that I think are pretty damn good on our followers. Because, guys, here's the deal, too. We have a ton of followers. We have a lot more than I expected we were going to have, 6 months ago. Thank you, Kevin. Guys, that DDT, somebody just said, Dave, the DDT is shit. I hope you mean the DDT is good, because you can take that both ways. The DDT is shit. Okay. So I'm thinking you're taking, I think, I'm hoping you're saying that the right way, but, I'm looking for, I can't see him. Mark says he sees him, but I can't see him. I see him on here. Yeah, I see him on here asking questions. I just don't see him on here to invite him. So I tell you what, Jeff, get on out of there, close all your apps, and come back in again. Okay, there you go. Yes, it's freaking awesome. I tell you what, and we did not know, I kind of suspected with that DDT, we didn't know it was going to be that good, because you have, and it's that good in so many ways. The Kevlar is holding up. The dual distribution is adding more trampoline effect to the barrel, and it's helping you swing a little faster, and it's helping you go middle oppo with tremendous power. Like, you'll hit some long balls going between the shortstop and the pitcher that are heading in that direction and to the right field. And that's that barrel dual distribution working for you in that barrel. Another thing too is consistency. I can hit that bat all day long at the same spot that I wanted to. I don't know if it has to do with that barrel being one color or the way the weight is distributed in the barrel. So I don't know which one that is. They're just the Charlie Mueller swung it last weekend. Murray Williams, it's his gamer too. I talked to a lot of people going, man, this thing is amazing, and it's actually great performance. I think that dual distribution is working. I think the no feedback on the hands. I think the energy staying in the barrel and not getting absorbed into that connection out there, it never gets that far. It stays in the barrel. It radiates in the barrel with that DDT. Now, I think Christian and Jeff knew this, but the way they work with me is, here you go. Swing it and tell me what you get. Give me feedback on what you get. And I've been doing that. So, see, guys, I have to get. That's what I'm getting on it. They were saying they're hitting missiles up the middle with the DDT. I know that I can go up the middle, and I'm not talking about hitting it at the pitcher, guys. I can go up the middle with accuracy, hitting opposite glove hand side. Yeah, Jeff, I'm still not getting you on there. How accurate I am with it. That's what I like. I like that I can just smack 5-6 hole down the line, you know. But what I can see is those guys that hit that ball, that push the ball a little bit. We're working on that USSSA DDT. We've already got the BB Core DDT, and then I think he's working across the board on fast pitch, U-trip, and a couple of others out there. A couple of other, yeah, Charlie Mueller told me that on Saturday. Somebody offered him money for it. And all I have to do, oh, we're out. That's right. There is I think Smash It Sports has a few out there, Charlie. So he needs to know about that. I think some of the reps have a few. I have seen them where the reps they usually buy 5 at a time from us, and they have them stored away. Bobby Miller and Texas rep, I think he might have a few of those. But that is something that was thought about, Chad. That is something, Chad with Fat Guy BP, that was something that was thought about 10 years ago. It was a collab with Senior Softball Bat Reviews. It was a collab with Senior Softball Bat Reviews. And we came up with this idea, and it works, you know. I have to give those guys credit for brainstorming with me to do that. And putting it, and Short Porch to putting it on paper. I asked for the request, and it says adding. So we'll see what it does, Jeff. And so basically, that's something, now it went out, like it's not adding you no more. But you can get them. A lot of people hoard those things too. Well, when they find out anything with new tech, I've learned this in 15 years. Anybody that has any company that's putting something out in new tech and they talk about it, you know, they always buy a few of them and they'll put some in the garage. I have 4 different friends that actually will do that. I know a few guys out there, you know, that are those, they call them bat whores, you know, or a nicer word would be a hoarder. And a lot of those guys like buying that new tech and then putting it out there. See, Rachel Good is even, Leslie's on there. I can see Leslie. We'll see, Leslie. And but yeah, it's just something that came out that I talked to Jeff and Christian about. The guest was declined, the live video connection. I guess they said you had declined it. So, and I gotta have him on tonight. He's the informational guy. He's the guy that he didn't see when he does these launches, I guess, he doesn't tell me about it. He actually wants to talk about it. So he's got to come on tonight. But the deal about the DDT is we put it on pen and paper, and Short Porch put it together on the way to Vegas last year, and it actually came out with a pretty damn good bat. I think Fat Guy yesterday did you guys go back and look at that podcast that Fat Guy did with Fat Guy did with, I'm thinking about Chad again, but Fat Guy did with Chad, and they talked about the DDT, and they talked about the short porch. They talked about the Kevlar, about the misinformation. And that's what I like. The misinformation that has been talked about the Kevlar in the last 6 to 8 months, and then they're debunking it, so that's what I'm saying. Here we go. It came on and went back off. Did you push the wrong button? It came on and went back off. It looked like it was shining right in the ceiling. So, but that's when you have Fat Guy BP that's debunking the information from all the, I can't say all, the other bat review people, and debunking it. Okay, he's right. Fat Guy actually talked about it. The Kevlar's holding up. It's not crumbling. It's durable. It's holding up. Actually, it's holding up better than our ZOC composite that we had last year. So, but yeah, and then they talked about the DDT and said the Yankees were doing the same thing, getting that mid load, putting out the first mid load. That's a wood bat, I think, the torpedo, and then what's got to be a wood bat, and then making that bat. I keep getting these requests, and I think they're trying all this kind of stuff on there, and then we'll see. It says adding. That prototype DDT, that Gen 2, I call it Gen 2, but it's not going to be a Gen 2, guys. I can hear you. I can see you. So
Apple iPad would not work because it won't let me request you, and you couldn't find me to request me, so we had to get on from Android.
You had to get on the Android, so you still can't see me.
No, I can't see you. I can't even hardly hear you.
Oh, that was the same thing with Adam last night. He couldn't hear Chad.
Yeah,
he couldn't hear Chad.
Apple one, I can't. It don't let me request you on the Apple iPad. You have to request me, and you couldn't find me. So,
well, that's got to be something, man. I mean, we got to fix that.
Yeah. I mean, it was working fine, but I can't request you. The little button like a phone has or the Galaxy has, it's not there to request. I don't know what the problem is with that with the iPad.
The problem is you need to swap your iPhone. I mean, your Android phone to the Apple phone. That's what the problem is. You just need to jump from
the Galaxy tablet will let me request you, but the iPad you have to request me. And like I said, you couldn't find me.
And I couldn't find you, but I could see you up here. But it never said on the bottom of it, bring him on. Like a lot of them, I can, like Charlie's on there. I could bring Charlie on. It didn't have that with you. So that's
evidently the tablets don't work with the podcast,
Well, again, we're gonna have to get you an iPhone. I can already tell. Let's talk about let's wait on that big launch thing. You want to do that a little bit?
Yeah. We'll wait. What you want to get in first? I'm sorry, we were messing with all the stuff. I didn't hear none of the podcast, so I don't know what's going on.
I actually explained what you came up with last Saturday about senior softball bat reviews. We can go over that again. Yeah. What you see, everybody else can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah.
So
I can hear you now. Yeah, I can hear you good.
I might move up a little bit closer. But what we're talking about is what the suggestion you made last Saturday. How you doing, Sarah? The suggestion you made last Saturday about starting up senior softball bat reviews. That way, there's a lot of misinformation out there about the Kevlar at first, and it was about the handle flex on another one. Why don't we just ramp up senior softball bat reviews? That way, we can tell everybody how the bat was made with flex, how the barrel performs, who it better goes with, and what bat speed it goes with, and then weight distribution numbers, either on our half ounce end load, even going toward the 1 ounce end load is might be coming out in another few months. And then the 3/4 ounce end load is coming out at the end of the month or next week, I think, right? 2 weeks. The 3/4 ounce
Yeah,
load?
we have some 3/4 ounce unload stuff coming out on the senior side end of the month, 2-3 weeks at the most.
Yeah.
We have um, an, a variety of bats. Some of them are towards the end of the month, and I don't even really want to get into now because we have some bats coming out ahead of those. But I will say that, yeah, we just have an onslaught of bats. In the next 5 weeks, we're launching, including tonight's bat, we're launching 8 bats, which is the most short porches ever launched, including Vegas last year. Correct?
Yes. I think we were a little short of 8 going into Vegas. It
Yeah,
was
we're
quite a bit.
little short of 8 going into Vegas in a short time. But with that, and that doesn't include the 2 last week, so that would have been 10. With that, we have the mint milkshake, which is set to launch. I'm not sure if we're going to launch it Wednesday night or Friday quite yet. We haven't made that decision whether we'll launch it Wednesday night like normal or hold till Friday. That's just according if it comes through smoothly in the next few days, shipping wise, and hopefully it does.
And
So
that's next Wednesday or next Friday.
yeah, next Wednesday or next Friday, we'll probably have that information out by Monday at the latest. What day we'll launch it, and like I said, just to make sure that we get them in our warehouse in a timely manner. So, but they are finished and on the way to our shipping warehouse here in Savannah. And I know that mint milkshake, it's been all the rage, man. The chocolate milkshake was such an incredible bat. This is the mint milkshake is a balanced version, Kevlar, just like that. And man, we're super excited about that one also. And then come right behind that, um, there's going to be some video as soon as Dave can get it out of him swinging the new versions of the DDTs. So they're on the way, and they'll be here very soon, and we'll be swinging the new versions of the 2 DDTs coming out very soon. And the week behind that, those will probably launch also. So we're super excited about that, which will be the new Dave Velasquez and the Alan Hancock DDT.
And
So,
then we need to explain too that the new DDT coming out is different.
yeah,
We changed 3 different things on it. We're not going to go into
yeah,
detail. For one, the paint job is going to be
yeah,
different. So that's a different
yeah,
paint that Jeff came up with, and he's going to put it. And guys, I'm all about paint when it comes to bats too. So we found something different in the paint that he actually found, Leslie found, and we're going to paint it a different color on the barrel. So that's one of there's 2 other things we're not going to talk about. John, hold on, we're getting to it. There's 2 other things we're not going to talk about that we did change in that DDT to free up that 3/4 ounce in load.
yeah,
And basically those black bats, guys, you see me swinging when I'm doing the when I'm doing the hitting that you see on video. Those black bats we hit on the Facebook Live. Those are my new bat that's coming out, and it's just got a different paint job on it, but it's got a
yeah,
different type of paint that we put on it. And this is just little things that we're tuning with the DDT, because the DDT, you guys got to remember, the DDT was something that we've never done before. So there were 3 different things that we could have changed, just small things that we could have changed,
yeah,
make it a little bit, make it
yeah.
better. So
What a awesome bat, and very minimal changes. Alan Hancock's is a 12 and a half, 3/4 ounce, and yours stayed a 12. And like I said, minimal changes, great bat. We're gonna roll that one out, which will be some of our next releases. And at the end of the month, there will be a slew of new one-piece senior bats coming out that we'll wait to get into at the end of the month, the first of next month. And into next month, there will also be a 2-piece pickle juice bat next month, which is really wild and awesome paint schemes from Miss Leslie Smith. That will be our first end-loaded 2-piece U.S.S.A. bat of the year, or since the Moondoggie that launched, I think, in January earlier this year. So,
yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
okay, bat bags. I kind of read a little bit about that. A lot of people asking about bat
Yeah,
bags. What are we
bat
looking at?
bags are bat bags are about 3 weeks out at the most, and there's a red one with white zippers and a lot of short port stuff on it, including the saying "shut up and hit" on the back of the bag. That I think everybody will love, and everybody loves that, that saying.
Yes.
And man, that's really cool. There's a red one with a white zippers and a black one with white zippers. And I know um, Christian Christian's been already selling them. I think he's sold a bunch of them already to people, kind of pre-sale, as people want to make sure they get theirs. And we're going to get in kind of a smaller shipment and just and get a feel for the market, and then make a larger bulk order when we kind of get a feel for how sales with the bags are, because they're really expensive to ship. The worst thing about bags is they're just really expensive to ship around. So we're kind of fine tuning that, and I think everybody's seen that we posted today that we signed a big contract with FedEx, because we ship a lot of packages. We ship thousands of packages. So we're super excited about that. So now we offer express. So if you go in and you want to get express package on your bats, you can pay $5.95 and get 2 days anywhere in the U.S., including Alaska and Hawaii. And FedEx's their express system is second to none. We're super excited to partner with them for, not only international and ground and express shipment, but everything across the board. And they did a real good job so far, and we're super excited to offer that to our customers, because I think most people, when they want to buy a bat, first of all, express is just a little more secure. We also offer shipping insurance. So if you, some people said, hey, UPS lost my bat or whatever. So if you pay the shipping insurance and they lose your bat, you get one shipped out as soon as they lose it. If you get express, I would almost willing to bet I've never seen express really lose a bat. They may have, not to say they haven't, but express isn't really where the bats get lost. Isn't that what you've seen in the past,
Oh,
Steve?
I tell you what, man, that is the biggest pain in my ass, because I would ship bat with Senior Softball Bat Reviews. I would get bats sent to me, and I would ship bats out after I got there using them. I would actually sell them, but every bat that I received had a cut in it. And what they do is they'll put a little gouge in it, and they'll look inside to see what bat it is.
Yeah.
And usually, if it's a U-Trip bat, if they're the kids, a U-Trip bat, they're going to take it, or an ASA bat, they're going to take it from bat companies.
Yeah.
Happen all the time. I've had bats delivered to me that were opened up. The guy just
I know.
lays it there.
I've seen you post that
Yeah, I
one
post a
time.
lot
It
of
was short
videos on
porch
that.
bat.
So
Yeah.
what I would do all the time is get shipping insurance on everything. And I would do it at $300 every pop, $300.
Yeah.
I delivered a bat to Steve Webb in Florida. You know what he got? He got a rod for
Yeah.
your windows, a curtain rod. He got a curtain rod, and it was about 4 feet long, and they had added onto it and stuck an invoice in it with that was some shit, man. And I've never seen that. They actually rebuilt it and sent it off. And luckily, when I sent it off, I said softball bat, and he got a curtain rod. So yeah, I got my money back on that. It took about a month and a half though, but that was UPS. I got my money back though.
Man,
but yeah, definitely I get insurance.
Yeah. I have the funniest story about that. So Stacy Carr, who Lord knows, I hope Stacy's on here. We absolutely love Stacy. Stacy is an ambassador of Short Porch like no other. And so Stacy, when she come on the Short Porch, she talked somebody into a Short Porch bat. They bought the bat. We sent it to them, and the girl got washing machine parts in the box. So it was the first, like, Stacy hadn't been with us but a few days. And Stacy calls and she's like, Jeff, do y'all also have a washing machine like company? I'm like, what the hell are you talking about, Stacy? We don't do washing machine. She's like, the girl got washing machine parts in the box. And, I think Stacy's joking with me. I'm like, you know, stop messing with me. You know, the girl didn't get washing machine parts. There ain't no way. Turns out she did, Dave. It was the very first bat Stacy had somebody sent. And we sent him a new bat right away, but man, it was hilarious. I really thought she was joking, man. I really did. She sent me pictures. It was washing machine part. And it was like a 1 or 2 day transit, too. It wasn't like something that went across the country. It was like somebody lived fairly close. You know, Stacy's in Georgia.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was the wildest one we had seen. What they do is they take the bat, the people who work there, and replace it with something inside. So they can get away with it, you know. And but yeah, so now we have the $5.95 express, and the $10 insurance, you know, but it's free ground. But if something was to happen on the ground way, you need to pick up the insurance. I say just get the express and be done with it. I've never seen express lose a bat, and I'll say right here, you can call me out on it. If you pay for the express and the express loses the bat, we'll give you a new one, because I've never seen it happen with
Yeah.
express. You know, FedEx, never. So get the express, get it in 2 days anywhere in the country, $5.95. So what a great, and it's going to help us out with sending you bats, right? I mean, you've
Oh
been taking a
wow,
week to get bats
guys!
to San Antonio,
I
right?
got bats in today. I got 2
Yeah,
bats in today. Took 6 days to get here, and for some
yeah,
reason
and
that's
it
the
says,
norm.
yeah, and UPS is supposed to be 3 days to San Antonio. It's taking 6 or 7 days to get there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, definitely. Merch. I talked to Cage yesterday, and he said you're on the phone last couple of days about merch.
Oh, well, I'll tell you about something we're going to launch. I was hoping to launch it next week. Leslie said give her 14 days. So, and 2 weeks on this podcast, we're launching something really, really badass we're working on, Dave. This is the coolest thing we've done in a long time. So our shirts, and like with the sayings on the back, we do a lot of them. People can see the Can't Fake Influence shirts. We have a variety of, you know, sayings on shirts and all. And so what we're doing, we're launching a jersey subscription where for $29.99 a month, you can get a jersey with a cool saying on the back, and we're going to ship them out on the first of every month. And it's something that's done in a lot of t-shirt places around the country right now. I know I do a dive bar one where I get a dive bar t-shirt, Dave, from a dive bar around the country. I get it shipped to me once a month. And man, we thought it'd be really cool with the short porch jerseys, as many jerseys as we're selling right now. And it's cheaper, you know, at $29.99. You can't really beat that. And you'll just get, you know, you just you'll put your size in there, and every month you'll get a cool shirt with a different saying on the back, man. So I think it's just a badass thing we can do for our customers, and it'll be well received. We've had about 25 people already tell us they're going to do it. And man, I'm super excited about it. I thought it was a really cool idea.
What I think, we talked about this the other day about this, your followers, because we do have a big group of followers that are
Yeah.
following us. Those would be the guys that, you know, our reps will be in there too. But
Mhm.
those will be the people, and it's going to be different every month, right? It's going to
Yeah, it's
be,
going to be a different jersey every month. I know we're doing one to come out with Alan Hancock that says end cap killer with Alan, killer with the A, I think, for Alan. I mean, it won't be one of just subscription shirts, but things like this, you know, I know we got one coming in. Um, um, that has cool saying, you know, they're not us and stuff like this from the Kendrick Lamar song.
yeah.
But yeah, we just have a lot of different stuff with the hot ass bats and the shut up and hit saying, all these cool sayings that we have, that we're just going to do one every month. And you know, it could be a pickle juice jersey or something, if the pickle juice is coming out that month or something like that. I don't know what months we'll be doing what jerseys, but the surprise is that's what's going to be really cool, to get it in the mail and not know what it is, right? We won't be showing it
No.
until after everybody gets
Yeah.
their shirt.
It'll be shipped out, and you don't know. It could be anything. It could be bats. It could be Christmas. you
Yeah,
know, it could be autism,
yeah,
you know, so it could be,
that's right.
you know, anything that we want to put out there, but they won't know about it.
Yeah,
I
it could
think
be a
that's
regular jersey. It could be a hoodie, short sleeve. They'll all be short sleeve. And you know, unless we get back into December, January, then we might do some long sleeve stuff. I don't know, but they'll be all short sleeve, either the jerseys or hoodies like this. So it's I think it's really awesome, man. I'm super excited about that. Do something different and design a bunch of different merch, right? Short porch merch
yeah,
put
that's
out there in the
one
market.
thing we're good at is designing merch. I
Yeah,
guarantee that's Leslie too, because
yeah.
Leslie comes up with
Yeah,
all these things.
one of Leslie's 35 jobs. He's been working kind of round the clock, and you know, we are gonna have to get her some help in here, or you know, get some outside people helping her on some of this stuff that she occurs as the company's grown. But you know, the reason she wears so many hats is because she's smart as hell, right?
I know that for a fact. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, she lets loose every once in a while and starts talking. I'm like, no, I don't even know what you're
Yeah.
talking about. Whenever
Yeah.
she starts
Don't
getting those big words,
Yeah, don't let the accent fool you.
yeah,
It's deceiving. It's
she's a
deceiving.
brainiac.
Yeah,
Okay,
don't let the southern accent fool you. You know.
whoa, whoa. The DD the blackout spin tech that came in
Oh
recently.
yeah, yeah. So the blackout spin tech, we got a new shipment of them in today. I think we got the shipment in at 2. We sold about 80 of them between 2 and 3 o'clock. The blackout spin tech guys, they were flying out. I know Todd has been selling the hell out of them also, and you know, the bat continues to be the bat of the year. Super hot, super durable, along with the Fat Guy BP. That is the 12.5-inch version of that. Jimmy Levy has been selling them like hotcakes down in the western side of the Gulf part of Florida. The Fat Guy BP is the favorite bat of that area for those guys. So those two bats right there, the 12 and 12.5 spin techs, have been all the rage. And I can't say enough about the performance they get, and not from all bat speeds too, because the higher bat speed guys have been swinging them and hadn't had issues with them breaking, and the lower bat speed guys are super in love with them, and that's something that I don't see often. So I'm super happy that we got a bat that is crossing over so much amongst age groups in senior softball. It's really hard to do with bats. It's something that we always strive to do, but it isn't always possible.
Yeah, I see that where they're going to that medium soft and that medium hard. Adam did a podcast yesterday, and he talks about his that he carries around with him.
Yeah,
He loves that bat. He said it's one of the best bats. He didn't talk much about. I don't think he wanted to, but he didn't talk much about his bat. But I put out a clip today with Clem
yeah.
hitting that bat last week.
Guys, Adam, yeah, I heard from a few people, um, you know, man, Adam, you know, he was just talking about the blackout and didn't mention his bat much. That's Adam being humble. I don't think Adam. I think I see it, Dave, and they're humble to a fault, which speaks to Dave's and Adam's character. They're humble to a fault when it comes about their bats, because the Fat Guy BP bat and the DDT that I was hitting this morning before a lot of people get out of bed, I was at the field sitting, and there's not too many days that I go out early and hit like that. Have you ever heard of me hitting early in the
No,
morning like that, Dave?
no.
So we were hitting this today, and I'll tell you what Christian Lamont said about this bat, R&D guy. He said, if you're not swinging a DDT and you play senior softball, he said, you're a moron. That's why he was hitting it. And I'm not saying that. I'm just passing along something he said, not talking to nobody. He was saying that while he was swinging it. I'm not a two-piece guy. You know I'm not. If I was swinging a two-piece bat, I would swing this one. There's a lot of people out. There's not many people out there like you or Adam, where y'all hit so many bats, y'all can just swing two-piece or one
Yeah,
piece.
if it's hot, I'm gonna swing it. And
Yeah, yeah,
like a lot of people are asking me, how come you're not? We don't see video of you swinging a DDT all the time and talking about it. And Adam doesn't do that either. Adam kind of
no, too humble.
He's not going to be that guy with this is the best bat I ever put out. And he's not going to be that guy. I would rather those guys out there swinging and let me know what they think about it. And then, you know, and I get the text messages every day, and I post some of them. I send them to you on how good the bat is. But that's just that those two-piece guys that like that mid-load feel. Adam bat, I love Adam bat. Adam's bat, and I have a lot more video coming out on that bat in the next 4 or 5 days. But yeah, he don't talk about it much. He'll actually he talked about the blackout yesterday and how he loves that bat and how it performs. But yeah, he won't go into the detail about his bat. He'll kind of back off on that, you know, because he doesn't want to look like he's pushing it, you know. And but it goes for a great cause too. So, and to have a bat that's that good and goes for a great cause is something that's special too. Blackout, they're in. A lot of people can buy them now. We were out for a little bit. I don't think we only had a little bit left, but we probably sold out from what I heard.
Yeah, we went through like 4 production runs of the Blackout Spintex, and I don't think this one will be around too long. And we have about the last 100 of the Fat Guy BPs that'll be made this year. You know, it is going to a good cause. And yeah, I mean, that bat right there, I see it. It's another bat I see when Christian's hitting, because I pitch to him a lot, that he gets really incredible distance with his swing. I see to jump to a bat that we don't even make anymore, that I hit a lot today. I was swinging the whiteout, and man, the distance I was getting off the whiteout, I hit some into a neighborhood. You can call Christian and Cage on that, but there was a bunch of balls in a neighborhood that we couldn't get to because I hit them into a neighborhood. The whiteout.
I got text messages today about the whiteout.
Yeah.
You know, and they were talking about that bat is good. Like that bat.
Yeah,
I sent them the tray to tease him a little bit too. So
that's right.
Because I think he's got 6 of them.
I'll tell you this, guys. If you like the whiteout, you're gonna like some of the stuff we got coming out. And if you like the whiteout, you'll like the Brewtown. You know, the Brewtown. Don't sleep on the Brewtown. The Brewtown 13-inch. I talked to DI today. DI's like, man, I got 400 or 500 swings on mine. It looks great. He said, I think you gave me 6. I don't know if I'll need any more. So I'm like, DI, that's what I wanted to hear. And you should be telling all your Major Plus buddies that, right? So,
I agree. That bat, we're going to hit it again tomorrow, but that bat is hot. Let's go into and it swings good. That you remember we were talking about this the other day.
Oh man, it swings really fast.
Yeah, go ahead.
It swings fast.
Yeah, it swings it comes through the zone really fast, and durability's there. It's at medium high bat speed is the category. It'll soften up for you. It takes a little bit longer to get there than it would say like the Blackout. So it takes a little bit longer to get there, and it will not disappoint. Great distance on that bat. Let's let me talk about this one. Ron Yeager, this bat right here, the 2-piece.
The B-Power.
We just got this in today. This is a 26 ounce. It's got 16-1 on the end, 16-1 on the end, and 9.5 on the hands, guys. That's a balanced bat 2-piece, and we're gonna hit this Facebook Live tomorrow. Let you guys know what we think about it. But that's the one we're starting to review on tomorrow when we talked about what we're going to do on Saturday to me to open up that Senior Softball Bat Reviews. But that will be the first review that we do. Now Clem is going to be a part of Senior Softball Bat Reviews, and he's going to be doing the USSSA version of all that, right? Yeah. And he's going to handle that ASA version. But this is we're going to hit this tomorrow too. It's the KV25. This is that one piece balance bat, right? It's actually mimics the baby blue Kevlar wig popper, and this is also Kevlar KV. So that we'll be hitting that again. We'll be hitting that tomorrow. Weight numbers on this one. Now get these numbers. These are badass numbers right here on. And I know what you did because the kids are going to be swinging it. It's got a 17.4 on the end, and it's got 10.1 on the hands. 17.4, 10.1. I see how you went up a little bit on the end weight because those kids can handle that end weight, right? So seniors, go ahead.
Yeah, the KV, yeah, I mean, it has just a touch stiffer handle than the baby blue wig popper, but not much. And let me tell you, that bat it's exceptional, and everybody's hitting it. It's been going crazy over it. We got a second shipment in. We had one coming right behind the first one, and we didn't tell nobody, so we almost ran out before we got our second shipment, so that we could hold inventory on the KVs, because we knew because from the demos we knew what we had. And when you get a bat like that, you got to kind of go all in on it. So we've got our second shipment in of KVs. That's the quickest turn we've ever had on getting shipments in and selling out of bats. So it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
Okay. Now, I'm gonna let you have the floor on this, because this is something that you kind of told me that was going to be here later, and we're going to launch this thing tonight, right? Pre-orders tonight.
We launched it. We launched it at 7 p.m. when we went on the podcast, and we have sold the absolute hell out of them while we've been on the podcast. I've heard nothing but Leslie's phone from the office cha-chinging. So it has been absolutely exceptional feedback from the market, a market that we've never been in, which is the USA ASA market.
Yeah.
I hadn't played in a USA ASA or an ASA tournament since 1999. I don't know if you have, but the bat, we decided to go ahead and move through because people were calling every day, and I know you were getting it, right? How many people were asking you about the ASA bat?
They were still coming up on my phone as we're talking. I guess
Yeah.
a lot of guys don't watch the podcast. A lot of the older guys, I say the 45, 50-year-old guys that don't watch that podcast, my podcast, we're going to talk about it. So they don't watch it, so they don't know. So they're constantly asking me when it's going to get out, because a lot of people are wanting it because they have senior bats they can mimic it to, and then they can swing both of them, right? And a lot of people are asking, guys, this is something this is a barrel that's never been done, right? And Jeff can talk more about it too. So kind of talk about the barrel, and then talk about the balls, like.
So this is the demo of it. Everybody's seen that. It's the Taxman. It's white with black writing with a really cool skull on it. And we knew we were launching it this month with Tax Month. And Leslie and I went to a brewery. We go to a lot of breweries around the country. We went to Taxman Brewery last year in Indianapolis, Indiana. It was one of our favorite places that we've been into in all our travels. So we always said one day we're going to make a Taxman bat, because we thought it was really cool. And people who follow us know that we have bats named after cafes and food and all these things. And so we dropped the Taxman tonight. But what it is it's a Kevlar inner shell, and it's the first one ever of its kind. It runs the inner shell runs the length of a 12-inch barrel. It is built on our OG blackout platform. The bat and the shell is identical. The handle, shell, everything is identical to our OG blackout platform. And it has an inner shell in it to make it ASA certified.
Yeah.
And anybody who's hit the OG blackout know what it's about. And with the inner shell in it, we think it is an incredible design. And I'm just super excited about it. It's stupid durable, and swings really fast. And the reason we have, it's half-ounce end load, but we have higher hand weight in the bats, and swings fast because with the inner shells in there, the mass is not going to help you collapse the shell, because it only can collapse so far. And like Dave always talked about, with mass on the end collapsing the shell, you need to swing faster, because the inner shell, it can only go so far, and then it jumps back.
Yeah.
So bat speed will definitely increase performance. We found a sweet spot in there with the USA ASA bat in doing so. And I mean, I was easily hitting home runs today with it. I mean, I'm pretty darn old. I won't ever play in ASA or USSSA, you know, unless Cage drags me out there every now and then. So I want to say never, but it's not what I want to do. And man, it's like I said, it's a really sweet spot between bat speed and what it's capable of doing. And the Kevlar is just gets the job done, continues to get the job done for sure. Porch.
I'll add this in there. Guys, this bat performs better with 52 300s than it does
Yeah,
44 375s.
yeah,
That's another thing too. So don't get this bat, take it out and start hitting, because we're going to do the review on it too. So don't get
hmm
this bat and get out there and start hitting 44 375s or stadiums and expect it to do anything. This bat was built by Jeff to handle better a 52 300, so a lower compression ball.
yeah.
We're not going to tell you how he did it, but he did it for that.
Yeah, it is built for 52 300s. We did not break any hitting it with 44s, but it is designed and does perform better with 52 core balls. So yeah, just keep that in mind. ASA USA uses 52 core balls, and the same way we would not build a senior bat to hit a 52 300 better than a 44. That would be
Yeah.
foolish. So everything about the bat was built for USA, and it does a great job. We're super excited. The inner shell, you seen the inner shell? I showed you the inner shell when you were here. It is, and I know you've been into a lot of bats. Our inner shell, it's very high tech, wouldn't you say?
It's it's very high tech, and I have never seen anything like that before, ever. And it's very well put together. It's just not thrown together, and
Yeah,
it's just not guessed at. They didn't just guess and throw it in there. You can tell there was a method to the madness whoever put this together, because I'm like looking at it, go, you got to be kidding me, and it's amazing.
yeah.
It's
Two
amazing.
years and 2 years in development and testing to bring to the market, and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, I guess you'd say. And we're super excited. Christian Lamont worked his ass off on this bat in research. So I'll tell you, it didn't come easy, and we're just super excited to get it in the market and get future models. We're going to have a two-piece SpinTech USA that'll come out in the fall, about 6 months from now. So this is just the first of many cool models to come, like all of our bats, and we're super excited about it, man. The bat's really phenomenal. I'd rather go to the field and hit this bat with a 52 300 any day of the week than go out there and hit a U-trip bat with a U-trip ball. That's what I think of it. I think it outperforms with the 52 300 ASA ball with this USA short porch bat. It is better than any U-trip bat and U-trip ball together in the market that I've ever seen. So,
It's going on pre-sale right now. When is it going to be out?
yeah. So we're expecting, and we try to lengthen it out, so hopefully we ship it sooner. But we put 25th as the estimated ship date. It could be a week sooner. But all things considered, we'd like to put the date out there and be able to meet the date. I know a lot of companies do pre-sales, they're way out. Hey guys, these are almost finished. Usually, we're just trying to paint them and finish them up and things. The bats have already been built, you know.
Yeah.
So we're not putting them on pre-sale and the bats aren't finished. We're just the painting process and getting them shipped here and things like that, to our shipping facility, just take a few weeks.
Sweet, sweet.
Uh,
So, guys, if you got it, this bat's going to set. This
yeah,
is what everybody's
it's
been
a
waiting on.
yeah.
So, don't be crying when you next couple of days you try to get on there and those bats are gone.
Yeah, Todd sold 24 of them in 30 minutes this afternoon.
Yeah, I just Clem and Murray and And Trey is going to be saying they already put in the order because
Yeah.
they know how fast Short Porch sells out. So we've been caught on this in the past where everything's sold out. We got to wait for the next run, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And
definitely.
I'll tell you, sometimes when we sell out too, we may not even hold any back for really promotional type stuff. So we got caught on that a few times.
We've
But
had
that's okay. That's a good problem to have.
yeah.
And we got a lot of cool stuff going on. And you senior guys, there's going to be an onslaught of stuff going on this spring. And this ASA bat, we're super excited about it too. And I mean, it's just with now, I told Leslie today, I said, you realize for a couple years we've been working on we got the senior bats out, and it took us a long time to get the USSSA bats in the market. It was just really difficult to get into USSSA. And now that we have the USA bat out, developed and out, the research and development behind USA, there was a lot of work put into that. So it took us all this time to have all three associations at once, and it's a really cool feeling for us because it didn't come easy, and the only reason we didn't have them sooner was because we just literally had obstacles that we were trying to overcome. It's not like we didn't want to be in the USA market or the USSSA market,
Yeah.
but now that we have all the bats out, it feels really good. I'll tell you that.
Well, then two other markets we're going to get too, and you are working on those right now. It's fast
Yeah.
pitch and baseball.
Yeah, fast pitch
So
baseball. Same thing. You got to overcome, obstacles in research and development, get past them, and then all the certifications can be really timely and lengthy, and getting everything done and in the market. And as people know, with the materials, the way we do our materials and manufacture them, that runs into anytime we change materials, like we did with the baseball bats. It was trying, but the baseball bats, the BB Core baseball bats, research and development's done. I think it's an exceptional I would say it's one of the highest performing products where we've ever started out in a market, and I would put it up against any bat in that genre,
yeah,
because we didn't jump into senior and have the best bat right away. It was about our fourth bat, the wig popper,
no,
when it hit. And the USSSA versions, they were really good right away, but the KV25, where the KV is now, it's far surpassed, So everything took time, but the BB Core baseball bat, no joke, it's going to compete with every top tier baseball bat the day it steps into the market. So
great. I know that's been in development for a long time, and I hear the behind the scenes when you're talking about it too. So that's going to be amazing.
yeah,
Kevlar handle with
absolutely.
the scandium barrel, right?
Yeah, DDT, Kevlar handle, scandium barrel, and hats off to the DDT tech. And yes, I know I heard a million people, it seemed like, say, hey, the DDT tech and the Yankees, those wood baseball bats, Dave, they had been out for some time.
Yeah.
I guess they just hadn't caught on. The Yankees all of a sudden made them popular because they were some around last year.
Last year, yeah, I
And
heard that.
yeah, and so some of the same principles, which it just really makes sense. Where if you can get the mass on the end and extra bat speed, it just equals higher
Yes.
performance. We talked about it on a podcast for 2 hours, but it's a great principle. It is the principle behind the DDT, and that's what makes the DDT better than most. I'll leave it there.
I agree,
Yeah,
100%. It's something that we pushed the envelope on. Kevlar was something that we jumped into, got some feedback on that, and then now
yeah,
the DDT, and we proved the people wrong on the Kevlar. So we're past that. That's in the past. We didn't worry about it. We knew it was going to work. We
yeah,
didn't listen to anybody, basically. And then now the DDT, and then now we're done You know, we've got 3 more that we're going to do in the next couple of months. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
And then that technology is going into other things coming down the road.
Yeah.
And then,
Guys, and you know, I heard too, some people were like, man, what is going on with the DDTs y'all are out? We had a warehouse full of them DDTs. It ain't like we just had a
yeah,
few. We had pallets of them, and I mean, you were here, you seen them. It was a lot of bats. They're gone, man. They're gone. You know, so yeah, no, DDT is a little more extensive bat, so it's nothing we can rush production on.
yeah,
And so we have more coming in very soon, and we're super excited about that. But you know, right now, and they will be our next 2 senior bat launches will be DDTs, because we just need the 2 pieces. Jaeger's B Power bat has it's better than we even dreamed of. It is every time we hit it, we're surprised. You know, we like all bats, and like you talked about with the OG one time, you hit the demos and the non-painted ones,
yeah,
and you know how good the bat is, and you know when you actually get the production one, you hope you love it just as much. And this was the first time in a long time where I'm like, man, it's better than I realized.
yeah.
You know, the B Power bat is better than I realized. Has a very responsive barrel. I think most guys in senior softball could swing it. It's just a real jumpy bat. And when I call about real jumpy, I mean, I just mean like when you tap with it, you can just tell it comes off, you know, quick.
I
So
like last year's. I liked his bat
yeah,
last year. I thought it was a really good bat. I don't know if we ever got to do the whole review on that bat because there were just so many things on the table
yeah,
when we were senior softball bat reviews. But everybody across the board loved that bat last year. This one's even more turbocharged than the last year.
oh, that's
Last
definitely
year, from
man,
what I
right?
can see, we're going to hit it tomorrow. We got a 26 ounce, and we're going to hit it tomorrow. But yeah, definitely. The one thing that I like about what we do too, and is we're finished with one thing and we're moving on to the next.
Yes,
Um,
we do. It's hard for people to keep up, but it's you know, we're not just throwing a few bats out there and saying, hey, here's the bats for the year and moving on. We want to constantly bring players fun and cool products. It's not, you know, we build the highest performing, latest tech stuff we can come up with, but man, let's face it, Dave. I mean, we want to have a fun and entertaining environment, and I think that means a lot, and I think that's why people follow us. And this is just another reason why we think the jersey subscription is going to be really cool, and just so we can just keep it fun, man, because that's what softball is about. People do it for recreation. They do it for enjoyment. They do it because they want to play. And I don't think there's a funner, cooler bat company out there in Short Porch, if you ask me. I'm
I
biased.
agree. That's why I'm here. I
Yeah.
agree 100%.
Um,
Plus, you said it's going to take a couple of 3 weeks for Leslie to get everything ramped up and going.
yeah. So on the subscription, she thinks she's at 2 weeks. She says she needed 14 days from the day she would have it up and running, and we would launch it on your Wednesday night podcast. The plan is on the 16th.
Okay,
So
great.
the jersey subscription, yeah, and chances are there'll be a bat launch the same night. so
We got to move. We got to do both those together.
yeah,
Definitely have to do both those
yeah,
together.
absolutely. So we'll be doing all that stuff, man, and as people can see, we have a lot going on, but it is April. It's the season, right? It's softball season. It's go time.
Yeah,
So
everybody's you know, my traffic on everything has went through the roof because you're right. It's starting to get warmer and
yeah,
everybody starts playing now, getting out and hitting outside. That's the biggest thing that I've been getting. I finally got to go out and hit outside, you
yeah,
know, hit the Brewtown, you know, finally going to get out and hit it, you know, I'll let you know. And it's funny because they're letting us know how it performs, you know.
yeah,
So, and I think that's great. Not only are the the reps doing it, but you have these people that you've never met are actually keeping in contact with you and telling you how the bat performs for them. So
I tell the guys all the time, I said lately, you know, I've been swinging the USA, ASA stuff so much. I'm like, you know, anytime I pick up a senior bat, I feel like Superman because, you know, senior bats with them 44 cores, I mean, they get the job done like no other. That's why they're senior bats. So, you know, it's good to hear what people think about their opinions of all the bats right now. Because, you know, if you spend a lot of time hitting the U-Trip and ASA stuff, when you pick up the senior bat, you're like, gee, sucks, you know, man, did I just hit that? You know, so, and they're all really good. And all the Kevlar stuff, I mean, all that stuff features the same material. So when you're grabbing one bat to the next bat, you're hitting a lot of good stuff. So I know I ask you questions all the time, and you know what's your feedback on one of the senior bats to the other senior bat, and what are we looking at? And that's really because it gets they're so good it gets harder to tell as we jump around and hit a lot of the U-Trip and ASA stuff, you know. So
yeah, the biggest, like when you talked about this, when we went to Kevlar, that was the biggest jump with we ever had,
yeah,
is when we went to Kevlar.
and now they're
So
all Kevlar.
yeah,
Yeah,
now
so,
what do you do? Because all of them are performing very good. It all depends
yeah,
on your bat speed, you know, handle flex. That's when all that stuff comes into play, when people are picking a bat and want that bat to perform very well for them. Well, okay, we talked about this the other day about traffic to the website.
yeah,
What we're gonna start doing on that
yeah,
website is, for one, it's gonna have weight distribution numbers on it, right? We
that's
had
right.
talked about that. What better bat? Because if you go to our website and click on what bat you would like, it's actually going to have a lot more information on that website, a Short Porch website, where it's going to talk about barrel flex. It's going to talk about handle flex. It's going to talk about weight distribution numbers on there. And then over on the side, it's going to have a review from Senior Softball Bat Review / Short Porch that's on there. So better, not only are we talking about it, but you can actually watch a video, better explain it about the bats to
Yeah,
get traffic.
every bat will have a senior softball bat review video under the bat on our website, for um, you know, awesome and correct information from Dave, Clem, and Trey and Murray and those guys. I think that's not it's just so informational for the customers when they go to choose a bat.
Yeah.
So they can watch the video, see the performance, hear you talking about it. I would argue that you're the foremost educated person in senior softball bats. So I shouldn't be on there doing the video. I shouldn't be doing the write-up on it. I'm going to stay in my lane and make the damn bats and let you do you, you know? So that's
Well,
what I'm going to do.
thank you for that. But I was looking at, I have swung a lot of bats in the last 15 years. I like, oh my God, I can't believe I lasted. My body, my body lasted that long of swinging that many bats, and how many swings I took through those 15 years. It was like big numbers, big numbers. But yeah, that's the one thing why I enjoy doing it too. I wouldn't be here unless I enjoyed doing it. So when
Yeah,
you said something about it on Saturday, I was excited. Like, oh shit, we can do this, we can do that, to get it back up and going. But
yeah,
yeah, it's going to be.
yeah, and guys, we want to do a lot of cool things on our website. We want people going on there shopping and checking out the new information we're going to put on there. And videos are the way to do it. So as you guys as quick as we can, the videos Dave gets this over to us, we're going to be putting on there and doing a lot of cool things for our website. And you've seen Leslie started putting these really cool flyers together on our website and to post on our Facebook page and things like that.
Yeah.
But as the gear and bags and all come in, as the monthly subscription shirts go out, there will also be other gear online. And but the monthly subscription shirts will not be online. They will be just to the people who are getting those shirts. So they will not be available to the public.
Yeah.
Not to say we won't you know, have 6, 7, 10 left over and sell them off site, but they won't be going on our website. You know, Cage
So
might peddle them off.
they're exclusive for the subscribers.
Yeah, the subscription will be exclusive only to the subscription people.
Yeah.
And we now have a new badass clothing manufacturer we picked up, and we're doing really good with them. Something else Leslie's doing, just one of her jobs, but we're gonna pull some of this stuff off with her and get her some help. But yeah, man, it's man, I'm super excited about everything, kick ass, and you know, all you guys, y'all doing a great job. You know, I can't say enough about Cage, Christian, Erica, Stacy Carr, Todd, you know, Todd Cox. Everybody's just been grinding it out right now, putting bats in people's hands, putting short porch hats, you know, out on people's heads. Just it's been really good so far. We're going to keep on pressing all the way through Vegas right before we take a break.
And you know, that's what I like about the podcast is it's new every week. It's not going over the same old shit, same
No,
old
man.
stuff. You know, it's new.
How's a little old company like Short Porch have so much more to offer? You know,
Yeah.
and it's because we love it, and because we love the customers who support us, and we think every day is a new possibility,
Yeah.
and or a new idea. Why can't we come up with an idea? We can do anything we want. We're a small enough company, even though we're not so small anymore, but we're small enough where you can call me and say, Jeff, let's do this. And we might make it happen in a short period of time.
I actually did tell you that.
What happened with this, Dave?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And I did tell you, I on Saturday, I tell you, let's do this by Vegas.
Yeah.
And that's something we'll be working on during the summertime.
Yeah.
But it's a totally different design.
Yeah.
And I know you have a lot
But
of
if we
people
wanted to have it out already, we would already did it.
Yeah.
We just know there's going to be a time frame down the road
we got
for it.
so much stuff. We got so much stuff that's going on right now. Different tests.
I'll tell you guys, we have a lot of cool stuff coming out, but I have a mystery bat that's going to come out. Dave's going crazy because he don't know what it is, but I have a mystery senior bat coming out that nobody knows about, and I haven't told anybody, and I can't wait for it to get here. It's going to be a really exclusive short run, and it's driving Dave crazy. So y'all have to stay tuned. But I'm going to be in San Antonio with the mystery exclusive bat to bring it to everybody, and about 3-4 weeks.
Okay. So beginning next month.
Yeah. End of the month or next month. We said we'd either do it the last week or the first week of the next month, right? So
Right.
We'll know. But yeah, we're gonna do that right there, and that's just something fun. Just me messing with some guys, but just a lot of cool stuff, man. Just a lot of cool stuff. I know we have a bat, kind of a rebirth bat. Somebody don't kind of know about. That's really cool, and just tons of exciting stuff. Just surprises, right?
Never a dull moment with you.
Never a dull moment. Never a dull moment. So stay tuned. And, the good thing is find a bat that fits you. Listen to Dave. Y'all hit Dave up, ask him, tell him. I tell you, if you tell Dave how tall you are, how far you hit the ball, he will be able to put you in a short porch bat. If you tell him those two things, I'll almost guarantee you it can put you in a bat close.
Definitely. 100%. So just hook me up.
Yeah.
Hook me up, guys.
Yeah, man. And man, it's just a badass time for short porch. And yeah, I'll tell you, man, I'm excited. I get more excited every day. And look, we got this big Taxman drop, and it's really cool. It's a badass product, and we got some more cool stuff coming. It's just really, really wild, man. So I'm gonna be playing. What about you? So Dave, what do you got going on? When are you playing ball? You playing ball next month? Is that right?
See, I don't know yet because of the shoulder. So I hit last week, and the shoulder gave me trouble for about 4 days. I'm going to hit again tomorrow and see where it's at. I've been lifting. I've been rehabbing the shoulder. And I play with Rocky Mountain Thunder out of Denver. I think our next tournament is in Texas. I think it's up north, Dallas area. And I'm going to try to make that at the end of the month. and I'm gonna try to make that. If I'm not healthy enough, I won't go. I won't do that, because what happens after I hit good a few times, and then I'll
Yeah.
come out next week and I won't hit that good. I'll top the ball, and I have no strength in the right shoulder. So I use that to push too, because I'm that push guy. You know, I don't work on leverage, but I push that top, and I go back to the doctor in 3 weeks. So we'll find out. We'll find out what they say. So yeah.
Yeah. I think all my people knows I'm not healthy. I'm not supposed to be playing, but I pushed out getting anything worked on, and I'm going to go play in Tampa Bay this week, and then in 2 weeks after that, I'm going to play in Fort Myers. And the whole deal is I wanted to go down and play SSUSA in Fort Myers. So I'm going to try to nurse through it. My team is talking about just trying to save me as much as they can and get me out there on, defensively more in the elimination games than maybe pool games. So I'm super excited to get back on the field, and hopefully I can make it through those two tournaments. I can't guarantee it, but I'm going to see what happens Saturday and see how it goes. And when you were down here is when I was really fighting the injury pretty bad. So
Yeah.
I hadn't got out there and played defense since that day. So we'll see what happens.
Well, if they if they want me to do surgery, I'll opt out till the end of the year. I will have
Yeah.
surgery if they want me to do it, to get my strength back, because I think it is a tendon, the rotator, and I will opt out, and I'll just go and hit with the guys, run it all the way out past Vegas, and after Vegas, I'll get cut on.
Yeah.
So that way, my recoup times during the winter time.
Yeah. I can't say, like I said, we'll see how the next couple tournaments go. If for some reason I'm better than expected, I'll push till after Vegas too. But Leslie don't want to hear that. She is real mad at me for not going ahead and getting it taken care of. But us guys, we're stubborn. We wanna fight through, and it's the season. And you're right. As we get closer to Vegas, Vegas is such a big event for both, for the company and for you and I, that it's important, and we won't be doing anything to jeopardize our health going into Vegas. We'll back off everything and make it a priority for us to be there to talk to customers.
Yeah.
So.
Definitely. Somebody said Grapevine, Texas, YouTube, SSUSA State. That's my next tournament I'm supposed to be at. Somebody just said
Yeah.
there, but yeah, I don't know. I'll find out in the next couple of weeks about how I hit.
Yeah.
But that's a 4.5, 5 hour drive for me. So we'll see. It's as close as we.
Yeah, that's a long ride, but I can't thank you guys enough for all the obviously I talk to you every day and know how appreciative I am, but all your guys, man, and people and girls, you have such a great group in Texas right now, and y'all been putting out a lot of great video. And as we have so much going on, I know it's a lot of information to get out there, and a lot of questions. I know your guys get a lot of questions, and a lot of social media messages. And I will say this, and I don't know about for you, guys. I'm sorry if you're trying to buy a bat, or if you have a serious question, you're gonna have to call in the Short Porcher, and call in and talk to one of our people here. I can't get through all the social media messages anymore. It's not possible, but I do appreciate everybody trying to reach out and get information so they could get the right bat. But just call in here, man. Our number's on the website. Call in. You'll get somebody. They'll put you in the right bat. Promise you.
Definitely. All right,
Yeah.
brother.
All right.
Anything
Thank you,
else?
man. Peace out. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, bud.
All right.
Take care. Jeff's a great guy. I tell you what, man, we can go at it. Saturday, he had me going, excited. I was at the ranch and talking to him during the day in between hunts, and talking to him during the day. He got me so excited about all this new stuff we're talking about, another 5-6 months going down the road. But the one thing I do, I'm getting off right now, guys. So the one thing I want to do is appreciate everybody. I appreciate all the videos. I appreciate the soldiers out there that are doing all this stuff and putting out videos and talking to people. And, you know, we have the people that actually work at Short Porch, and then we have the next group of people that actually work outside of Short Porch that answers a lot of questions for us. And I want to tell you guys, we do appreciate what you do for us. I'll see you guys again next week. Thanks.